All right, guys, before we get into the video, I just want to share a story with you. I still remember the first time I got 100 juggles. I was about 10 or 11 years old. I remember running to my dad, being so excited, telling him, hey, I got 100 juggles. And of course, he congratulated me, but then he also encouraged me in the same breath to keep pushing forward. So I played for Bush Soccer Club in St. Louis, and our biggest rivals at the time was Scott Gallagher before we merged. But he told me, I already heard a couple players on Gallagher can juggle 500. And that's all the motivation I needed. I was out there day in and day out, putting hours in. And then I reached 500, told my dad that, and he kept challenging me, pushing me forward. He said, all right, let me see you juggle up and down the driveway or any hill. And I mastered that. And then he was like, all right, let me see you kick the ball 10, 15, 20 feet above your head, bring it down under control. Don't let the ball hit the ground. And I fell in love with that. So it's just constant motivation from my dad, and then falling in love with it for myself. Anybody can do it. You can do it. I encourage you to do it. Just put in the time, put in the effort, and fall in love with the craft. Fall in love with the grind of learning how to juggle. And you too will get 500 juggles in no time. The keys to becoming a great juggler: stay relentless, be persistent, stay consistent, and repetition is everything. Never give up. Let's get into this video. All right, guys, thanks for clicking on the video. This is the third and final video in this series of tutorials on learning how to juggle. This one is for advanced and elite jugglers who have gotten 100 and they're working their way towards 500. We're gonna run through some exercises and hopefully in no time, you're gonna get to 500 juggles. Let's get into the video. In most of these exercises today, we're going to be using the mini ball, the tennis ball, and the big ball. Because if you can master the mini ball and tennis ball, you can absolutely master the big ball and get 500 juggles. All right, next exercise. I made this little grid. I made it tight. It's just the same thing we did in the first exercise, but we're confining ourselves to this tight space. And after we get comfortable getting 25, with each ball, with each foot, we're going to start popping the ball up about 10, 15 feet in the air, still in this tight space, and controlling it and continue to juggle. more difficult, but challenge yourself. That's the way you will develop better first touch, more confidence, and get your 500 juggles. Let's get into it. Once you've gotten 3 successful ones, like I just did with the big ball, boom, then you're on to the smaller ball. A little outside the grid, try to keep it inside the grid, but that's okay. I was kind of cheap with the chest, but we'll count it. If you drop it, I could have dropped it at any time. Any ball, just don't count it. Start all over and try to get your 3. Keep challenging yourself. That's the way you improve day in and day out. And be mindful of controlling that ball, keeping it low. That's why this exercise is so amazing. Because, hey, you can get 100 juggles, that's fine. But if you're running all over the place, does it really count? Are you really demonstrating ball control? Not really. If you can do it below your knee, especially below your waist, but below your knee, try to keep it close. And in this tight grid, yeah, that's ball control. That's ball mastery. That builds confidence. That builds foot skill, coordination, first touch. That's when you master the ball. All right. There's really no rhyme or reason as to how I set up these grids, but we have 4 grids. Just like the last exercise, we keep them tight. We're practicing our ball control in tight spaces, but we're moving now. So I'm going to start, let's say, in this yellow grid, get a few touches, pop the ball up into the other grid, and make my way there and continue to juggle. And then whenever you feel like you want to, you can drop the big ball and start with the mini ball. Same with the tennis ball. Let's see how it goes. how this goes. Alright, I got a few in with the tennis ball. But yeah, just do each one, like the big ball for a minute, 2 minutes, then progress to the mini ball, 1-2 minutes, and then the tennis ball, 1-2 minutes. You're getting tons of touches, tons of repetitions. You might drop the ball a bunch, it doesn't matter. You're getting repetitions. Don't quit. It'll build confidence. You'll get there one day. And you'll get to 500 in no time. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't seen the first 2 videos, I'll leave a link of the first and second video. In the first video, we really emphasize the fundamentals of your technique. You want to lock that ankle, hold that toe a little forward so you get that nice rotation so the ball's coming back to you, and just really emphasizing keeping that ball close under your knee, especially under your waist. You want to keep it close. And then the second video, we went over 5 amazing exercises. We learned how to start the ball up, the Ronaldinho flick up. Have you been practicing that? Foot to thigh juggling, and then we did that pyramid, and then we did walking and walking up a hill juggling. Hope those exercises are helping you. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell everyone you know, friends and family, about these videos. Essentially Amateur, get the word out. We're gonna finish with some wall ball juggling. A lot of the exercises that we've been doing are solo exercises, individual exercises. The next step, once you can get 500 juggles, and once you can really control that ball, crack it up in the air, and still bring it down under control without it hitting the ground, move to partner juggling. The 2 best I've seen at it that love doing it, that do it all the time, there's so many videos out, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, with Man City and the English national team. So go check them out. But if you don't have a partner, you can use a wall. That's the same thing. Crack the ball against the wall, receive it off it without it hitting the ground, and keep going. Repetition, you can do that all day. Start with 5 feet away, and then progress to 10 feet, and then 15 feet, 20 feet. I've seen videos of Phil and Jack literally like opposite ends of the field, absolutely launching the ball, bringing it under control, out of the air, volleying it back, and they just go. And just do that day in and day out. Your touch is gonna get so good. Your confidence is gonna grow. Now let's get into wall ball juggling.
about them earlier. They're the two greatest soccer jugglers of all time, Ronaldinho and Maradona. What did they have? They enjoyed it. They had passion, love of the game, but love of juggling. It was simple for them because they loved it. They put in hours of dedication and hard work to get their craft to that level.